All right, Kayleigh, what's going on?
ITC is over.
It's over, right? 5 days, ITC 2022. First off, where are you from?
Originally Chicago area, but lately Michigan.
Awesome. And then based off of that, how long you been training Kayleigh? Have you been doing this before, Kayleigh Center? Or?
So I kind of started following Paul's YouTube. I think it was like late fall 2016 because it was my first year of vet school. I needed something besides vet school to focus on just because it was crazy. And after that, I just kept kind of solo training until I think 2019. I came into Chicago chapter for like a short Saturday.
Awesome. Was I there at the time?
No, it was Tom, Paul, and somebody named Anthony.
Okay, gotcha.
He's kind of younger.
Yes, he's still with us as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then you're going to be moving soon. Hopefully you'll be visiting the Chicago
I've already
chapter
moved,
again.
so
oh, that's
yeah,
right. That's right. Okay, cool. And then you've been doing the online
I've been doing the Apex, yeah. It's
when did you start?
wonderful.
Approximately.
Well, it was before the concussion because I remember I immediately asked Tom what I should be doing as far as exercises with that. So I think it was it like late 2020 maybe?
Okay.
Because I got the concussion February 2021.
Okay.
So, and I was doing more yoga-y type things with Tom instead of for quite a while, and going slow and then building up speed.
Okay, gotcha. So you kind of knew about the ITCs before. What made you finally decide, you know what?
Well, I'd wanted to come for years. It was actually, it felt like a cruel joke because it was always over my birthday and I always never could get off work. So there was a couple different things that made me change my job. So I'm no longer on call as a vet. I have great hours and I can make it to ITC. So,
nice. So is there anything that you were like when did you decide that you were going to do 2022?
It was literally like right after I switched jobs. I asked my new boss before I even started. I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I know it's kind of early. We just started talking contracts, but I would really like these 2 weeks off. I don't care if I have to work extra days. Just, and she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, it was
that's awesome.
Wonderful. So,
is there anything that you did to prepare for it, or is it just like?
So I started out I was asking Tom what to prepare for. He said like contact contratus. And I was starting to work with that, trying to work with endurance because my biggest fear was I was going to just not have endurance first day, stop and be like, oh gosh, I can't do this. And then I started moving the last month and I finished my move with the new job starting on the 13th of June. So I've literally only been there a month. And with that and having a new property of 40 acres, I haven't really been doing as much as I probably should. And I kind of let myself get beaten by the heat a couple of times, get distracted needing to mow the 40 acres and try to get horse fence in. So probably not as much as I should have.
Okay, so deciding and then finally taking the ride. Did you drive?
Yeah, I got a rental car. My car never would have made it.
Okay, cool. So on the drive here, was it anticipation, just looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then when you got here and you finally got here and then we just started, what was your expectation before and did something change while you actually got started?
I've learned, like being in vet med, I've learned to kind of adhere to like, this is what I need to expect. I look through my schedule, I know what I'm supposed to be dealing with. So I was a little bit leery about like, okay, this is kind of like the broad generalization of what we're gonna do. So a lot of me was like trying to figure out what I needed to do and where I needed to be, and after I figured that out, I could just like relax and train and figure things out as far as Kayleigh goes.
So like the nervousness kind of went away?
Oh yeah.
2 locations we went to, camp over here at camp, Broken Arrow Horse Camp, and then we went to the Thunderdome. The differences between your experiences going from here to the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome, was kind of mad at myself honestly that day.
What?
I took a lot of breaks. I was just at the end of the day I was like, I didn't do anything. I really liked Heaven's Peak. I think I really got better training in. I got to mess around a lot with I think Drew and I worked a lot. He used some different guards and we would just kind of counter guards and go back and forth and kind of work more on the strategy, which was nice because depending on the training partner, I feel like some people that we just go with slashes and kind of go with contratus, but actually like thinking about guards was great.
Did the environment, did the heat make you change the way that you were training? Did it affect it in any way?
Towards the end of the day, I'm always like lead foot, like can't move.
Yeah.
But the guards, I think, helped with that a little bit because I didn't have to expend my energy as much. I could kind of choose when I needed to move on it versus when I had to like kind of just like set my feet and wait for the partner to kind of show me which guard they were going to do and how I was going to change, and then kind of let me take the initiative and set them up.
So we had 5 full days. When did you start to feel like, you know what, I think I'm settling in and I'm really starting to grasp?
Day 3 was kind of when I felt like it clicked more. I had more energy. I feel like my body kind of caught up with the strenuous load.
Right, like the first 2 days?
Yeah, the first 2 days were just a lot. So, but I still, my head's still spinning about yesterday, so.
And then finally getting up to Heaven's Peak, and then the last day, what was something that like you took from ITC?
I think a lot of it, my biggest thing, and it was something I was trying to work on, was my knee-jerk reaction is to kind of charge in and get hit a bunch of times. And I'm kind of learning to use my footwork a little bit more and learning to not get hit a bunch of times.
Is that what happened?
A little bit. So a little bit less than like some of the times I've trained with Tom in the past, but so.
Okay, so Paul Ingram, well, let's go with this first. The team. Like, what were your thoughts finally? This is the first time we physically met.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, training with the team, what were your thoughts of the team and training with all the people here?
You know, I was talking to, I think it was Chris Clark earlier about that. It always feels like you, Tom, Paul, and even Chris, even when he was saying it about you guys kind of gauge where we are, like as kind of starting out and working with training partners, and you go a little bit harder to make us push, which is just wonderful. Because instead of just going to our level and feeding us strikes, you make us actually grow.
Awesome. And then thoughts of Paul Ingram?
He's awesome.
Elaborate.
So I kind of have to, watching his videos for so long, it's kind of anecdotal a little bit, but the first time I met him, he'd ask a question when we were there at like Chicago chapter, and I just sat there. I'm like, wait, he can see me? Like, this is not like a computer screen. Like, so it was kind of crazy. I kind of think what he's doing is awesome as far as like not only his training program, but also like his acreage and trying to be more self-sustaining. Just a really cool guy.
Awesome. So this is the last ITC, at least at this location.
Yeah.
Future ones?
If there are, I'd like to. It just depends on work.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, cool. Is there anything last thing that you'd like to say out to the public based off of your experience with Kayleigh and training here in the mountains of the Black Hills of
It was just
South Dakota?
Awesome being here, and you know, even before training with training partners, I can't say how many times just training the footwork has saved me at work. There's been at least 3 times I can think of off the top of my head where I almost got bit by a dog working as a vet, and I went on Universal and got out of the way and was able to remove myself from the danger zone. I can't say that's worked with the horses, but they're a little bit faster. But it's crazy, and like a lot of things, it's kind of like going through like the 5 rings with my Moto Musashi. Like, it's applicable to other places in your life, definitely. Like,
okay, so actually then that leads to one more question.
Okay.
How has it, based on the answer that or based on what you just discussed with me?
Yeah.
How have you noticed the effect Kayleigh has had outside of just performing it here at home? Like, how has it affected your life? Like, do you notice anything that changed?
Well, I don't think I ever would have left my job without Kayleigh. So, because I was so stuck in a rut, and even though I wasn't happy, I was just gonna take it. And then honestly, like a window opened, but still, you know, like kind of like the concern about switching jobs. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna, the new business isn't gonna make it? And I saw what I wanted. I saw everything lined up the way I wanted it, and I went and took it, which I don't know that I would have otherwise.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're glad you did. Well,
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I can be here.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, and we'll probably see you in the near future.
Perfect.
Cool. Take care.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. Thanks.